Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Slight. Today we're going to go over a slight problem that I have. The guy didn't even see me. I went through quite a few different pairs. I'm pretty much stuck on the final ones. Unfortunately, it's not really a cold weather glove. And up in Canada it kind of sucks that you need to have multiple sets. So these are the actual set that I originally started with. They're kind of like a leather glove. We're going to go through it. I'm going to break them down a little bit further afterwards. They're pretty solid for what they are. They're pretty cheap. But hey, a friend. See, I'm not the only idiot out freaking at this cold weather. In this video, I'm going to go through a bunch of different things. I'm going to go through a bunch of sets of gloves, cheap quality pairs versus, you know, ones that aren't so quality and they are cheap as well, to a better set. And the better set is, again, more expensive, but in my opinion, it is well worth the price. I don't think I'd ever buy a cheap set again, to be dead honest. So this set's actually pretty comfortable. It does not have any like armor. It is more just like added, like these little dimple things are literally just filled. Like they're not, it's almost like just an added piece of fabric on it. It is better than most for cheap kind of gloves. I think these pair cost me like 20 bucks. It wasn't bad. They are pretty decent as far as wind. Like today it's, I think, I want to say 6 degrees out. It says that it feels like 5. So yeah, it's pretty decent. They're pretty comfortable. They do have some sun damage, obviously. That you can't really get away with. I guess they have knuckle protection, but nothing for your fingers. Nothing for your thumbs, nothing for your palms. All they have is like a double stitch section. Again, it's doubled on the palm as well. No finger or no touching for your phone. Doesn't work, right? But yeah. Okay, so I went from there to one from InBike. Now, I wouldn't recommend these for motorcycle use. They do have more protection, I guess, for your fingers, your knuckles, and it's like opened. Yeah, I would use this more for like cycling and stuff. There's a little bit of a palm protection there. It's like a really kind of a cheap grade leather underneath, and then a textile up top. Now, the thing I like about these gloves is they're very, very light. It's almost like you're wearing like nothing. You get a lot of feel in your hand. Now, the problem with this set of gloves, though, it's cold out today. And I'm feeling it already, and we're barely moving. Again, not very good for phone use. Doesn't really do anything for that. Again, you shouldn't be using it while you're riding anyways, but when you're stopped, it'd be nice to not have to take your glove off. They're extremely light though, like really, really nice. You know how like you have a set of gloves on and it's like they're tight, right? Especially like leather gloves. Leather gloves are, you kind of need to wear them in. These are really comfortable. Again, I got these off of Amazon. The next set of gloves that we're going to go to are going to be basically the waterproof, weatherproof kind of ones of these from InBike. They're very similar to this, but I'll show you they're not as like easy to kind of grip around. Also, the fingers are a little bit weird too. They're a little long on that set of gloves. Same company, but it's weird. Hey, a friend. Oh yeah, so at 70 kilometers an hour, you're like, oh, my freaking hands. Ooh, look, it's pretty. Is that a Corvette? Yeah, it's a new Corvette. All right, so bear with me right here. We're going to change yet again. Okay, so these are the winter type, or they say waterproof on them. You can kind of see that they're very similar, a little bit thicker. And again, they have a little bit of leather here. This is more of like it's almost like a fabric. It has a plastic palm protector. Again, has that weird carbon fiber kind of piece. It's not open like the other one. But see the finger thing that I'm telling you about? Like, it's the same glove, same size, and the fingers are ridiculously long. Anyways, let's go for a ride in this one. So as stated before, like, it is pretty cold today, but it's like I'm not feeling it in my gloves right now. Now, if I was on the highway, it goes right through the glove. I normally, with these sets of gloves, I normally have another set of gloves underneath, like one of those kind of skinny kind of sets of gloves, kind of just a double up. I would like to get a pretty decent set of winter type gloves, or all weather gloves, I guess they call them. I'm kind of stuck on the next set. I'll show you that in a second. These are pretty much the replacements that I had for last year. The one before that would be my spring kind of summer things, and then if it was raining or it was colder out, I'd be wearing these. It's a little thicker, so you don't have as much feel, but it's not bad. Okay, so that's pretty much that. It's pretty comfortable. Again, the fingers are kind of stupid. That is, the actual cut in them are pretty weird. The fact that it's a wrist covered as well, it goes underneath the Engine Hawk jacket, right? So I didn't even do this one up, but yeah, it's pretty decent. So on to the next one. Okay, so obviously it's not a fair comparison, but these are the ones that I use now. This one is loaded with protection. So the Revits, there's so much protection on the knuckles. You have all the knuckle protection, your pinky, your sliders, your palms, everything's leather. You got pretty much as much protection as you can. Plus, there's a lot of wind in here. It's very light. It's very comfortable. Again, the only thing that I dislike about this is the fact that it is not a all-weather glove. It's not really a fair comparison. These sets of gloves versus everything else, it's not fair at all. These ones are so much better than the other ones, but again, they're a lot more expensive. Like these are what, $200-300 around there. Again, very, very light feel. Everything's very simple to grab. It's just in cold weather, like I can feel it already. It'd be nice to have them like an all-weather version of this, but then again, in the summertime, then your hands would be all sweaty, right? So it is what it is. Okay, just to quickly kind of go over them again, just to kind of finalize it. These are the original ones that I was talking about. They are from, it's called Highway 2. They're decent enough for a very cheap glove. So I would say that's actually not too bad for kind of a beginner. These are the N-Bike. I would use this for cycling, so to be that honest, I would get rid of them. Not really good for riding. These are, again, N-Bike. They have like a wrist kind of cuff to them. They have a wrist piece to actually tighten it around your wrist a little bit. It does have like a liner in it, so I don't know if you see that, but it is kind of for weather. That's not bad, but I do need to replace these. And then of course the Revits. These by far, they're not comparable. They are more expensive, but in all honesty, like these are like so easy to put on. It's actually pretty neat because this tab here has these little straps. So that strap here comes around the wrist, kind of tightens the wrist, and then this comes up around across here. So it actually pulls this tight around your hand completely. So when you pull this down and close it down, it actually tightens the glove, right? So it's pretty decent, and this is like very, very comfortable. Anyways, that is that. If you do like the channel, if you like the content, please give me a thumbs up and like and subscribe. And until next time, guys.